Let's say I live in Greenville, Spartanburg, and I want to get to Honolulu, but I don't really care where I go. So, what's the other one? Kona, yep. And there's one or two more. Oh, actually, they have a button for it. There we go. Okay, I want to go there. I want to see what it comes up with. So, Greenville, Honolulu. It's looking like Alaska has some space. But I know that Greenville is also close to Asheville. It's like an hour away from Asheville. It's like an hour and a half away from Charlotte. So I'm going to check that as well. And I'm flexible with my dates, but I want to bring 2 people. Now it's going to give me some options here. I'm not seeing a lot of great options there. Let me see if I can go GSP to Honolulu. I'm doing this real time because I want you to see that, you just kind of have to search around and look. And I'll show you how I look, but everyone kind of has their own strategies to doing it. Okay, this is United Space, Greenville to Chicago. Now, Seats.aero is not showing this one. They are showing it, and I want a Star Alliance here. I want the cheapest way to go. Do I have that date in there? No, I don't. This is 211. Okay, let's go 211. Make sure we're on the same page here. 2 seats, and it's live searching. Super cool that it updates in relatively real time. It's not always super accurate. Okay. So there's this one. It's blue if it has a connection, and it's green if it doesn't. So I know that I don't have Alaska miles. I don't have American miles. They don't really transfer very well from my partner, so I need a Star Alliance flight. So this one here says it's available. It is in the X9 fare. So let's see if Aeroplan has it. If Aeroplan has it, that is good news for me. Hey, beautiful. Okay, so Aeroplan has it. So I can go to Honolulu for $22,005 with Aeroplan and just book it there. I could also book it with United, or I could book it with Turkish Airlines. Now this is where your life is going to get really frustrating. First, you're going to want to click Award Ticket here. Then you're going to go to One Way, and you're going to see if Greenville is an airport here. Honolulu, for some reason, doesn't show up. Very interesting. But if I just enter like a random airport, so Honolulu doesn't really show up. Don't have any flights on that data route. So I'm not really sure why I can't find this based on Turkish Airlines, other than that I know their website is pretty terrible and it's going to be really hard to book that flight. So what I'm going to have to do is actually call Turkish Airlines and see if this is available. I have their number saved. I'll put it up on the screen for you. This is often what you have to do with points if you're trying to get the best deal, because I know that Turkish Airlines has a rate that includes a chart that includes North America, and it's 10,000 miles to go anywhere in America.
Transactions quickly and easily through our mobile application and website.
That's
with
not
more
true.
affordable fees compared.
If you are a Miles&Smiles member, press 1. If you are not a Miles,
Make sure you're signed up for the program.
Miles member.
I've been on the phone now for 3 minutes. Not too bad.
Good afternoon, Turkish Airlines International Line. This is Anam speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, I am wondering if you have award availability on a United flight. Would you mind checking for me? I will be parting from Greenville, Spartanburg, airport code GSP, G as in golf, S as in Sierra, P as in Papa.
Yes,
And then I will be going to Honolulu, HNL. H as in Hilo, N as in Nevada, L as in Lima. I can give you the specific flight numbers that I'm looking for if that would be helpful.
You said HLM, correct? H for Hotel, L for Lima, N for November.
The last two letters flipped. So H for hotel, N for November, L for Lima. Thank you so much for your help. You just want to have your flight numbers handy and make sure that when you're talking to the agent, you kind of know, because they may not be able to see exactly what's going on. So you're going to want to have your flight numbers and just make sure you know.
So I'm specifically looking for H and L, H for hotel, N for November, L for Lima, but as a destination or an airport.
Really, you don't have Honolulu in your system.
I think we do not entering different codes as well. Maybe I got Europe like HLN, HNL, and directly writing the city's name, but nothing comes up. I don't think we have directly have Honolulu as an airport or as a city that we travel in the system itself.
How do you add it to the system?
Maybe ticketing experience suits the situation better, because there's nothing wrong with the United Airlines flight. Right now it's not come up on our system. I think ticketing experience will be better, but if you want to pick Airlines and program partners, that also suits the situation. We are looking out for United Airlines flight specifically, and the airport should be added to the system.
Your members to get more value from your program. Thank you so much for your help. Do you have Anchorage, Alaska in your system?
Anchorage, Alaska.
ANC.
A for Alpha, L for Lima, C for Charlie. I get Alessante, L Altet.
I'm sorry, it's A as in Alpha, N as in Nevada, C as in Charlie.
No. Let's see. A and C. Now we have something called Ted Stevens Anchorage International Airport. I think it's the same one.
Yes,
A
that's
for
the
Alpha,
one.
N for Nancy, C for Charlie. Yes, we have that one.
Okay, great. I am wondering about a flight from Newark Airport,
Yes.
which is New York EWR is the code. E as in Echo, W as in Whiskey, R as in Romeo. And to Anchorage, Alaska on
All right.
on September 23 of next year.
But I do not see availability for those specific flights from our system, since the date is very far away. I'm going to try to see from our website to get a better look of it. Please stay on the line.
Okay. Could you tell me if you have availability on UA flight 1810 to Chicago? I've been on the phone now for 16 minutes, and this is why people just book with Aeroplan, because it's much easier.
From Newark to Chicago, there's a direct flight with United Airlines, the one that you are mentioning. There seems to be availability of it, but
Okay.
look of it again. I'm going to look up our website. Please stay on the line, because that's how we see in detail when it comes to a work ticket.
Okay. So that flight is available. Can I ask you one more flight to see if it's available?
Of course.
Okay. At this point in watching this video, you may legitimately think, Christian, you're insane.
September one more time.
From IAD
all right.
to Anchorage as well.
Anchorage, all right.
And that is on August 30.
I see some next airlines flight, but there's no direct flight from Dallas to Anchorage.
Okay, so you do not have availability on the flight from the direct flight on August 30 from Washington, D.C. to Anchorage, flight 2073.
2073. I'm going to look up one more time for you.
Thank you very much.
The flight that I see is connecting flight. You're welcome. 20. And I see availability on that flight. Departure will happen 17:45, and arrival to Anchorage will happen 20:26.
Okay, so you do have availability on that flight.
Yes, it was an.
Okay, great. Well, I'm actually not going to book it right now. I just wanted to see if you had the availability, but thank you so much, and I will be calling back when I am ready to book another flight.
All right.
So as you could observe, I initially tried to get a flight to Honolulu, and Honolulu was not in their system. So I had to leave a feedback form for Turkish Airlines to add Honolulu as an airport that they can search. I don't really know why that is. I'm assuming someone on Turkish has booked a Honolulu flight before, but maybe not, or maybe they have some sort of exception to the rule. But I was able to get them to find a flight to Anchorage, even though they initially told me that they didn't have it. When I gave them the specific flight number, they told me, oh yeah, I found it. Now, I also could have saved myself a lot of trouble and if I had just looked online, and this flight is available, this direct flight here, and you can see that it's only 10,000 miles. The beauty of this is that Turkish Airlines is a partner with Capital One. Capital One earns rewards at a 2x rate. So rather than having to put $10,000 on a credit card in order to book this flight, you only have to put $5,000 on a Capital One card. Your $5,000 you're spending will turn into 10,000 miles, and you can book a flight on United, provided that they have Saver Awards space, anywhere in the United States, in the lower 48, in Hawaii, Alaska, Puerto Rico, and I believe even the U.S. Virgin Islands. This flight used to be $7,500 actually, but they raised the rates recently. Fortunately, they raised them at a very reasonable level, and this is still one of the best deals out there. I tend to use my Delta miles, and you can also use your American miles or United miles, kind of as a little bit of a safety net. So what I will do is I will search for a flight around the dates that I want, and then I can find, okay, Delta has availability here. They're going to give you a flight in main cabin for 33,500 miles. Definitely not a good award rate, but if I know I have to go to Honolulu, I need a flight. So if you just put like enough miles in your account to book this flight, the worst case scenario is that you will just fly this flight on Delta. But if Turkish gets their act together, then you could just fly the flight on Turkish. You could also book it with Aeroplan. They have a change fee or a cancellation fee. Delta does not have a change fee or a cancellation fee. So what I would do is I would wait. I may have another, if I really wanted to book this flight, I would probably call another agent and try to talk to them about this. I might wait until their feedback comes back and maybe they add Honolulu as one of their airports, try to book it through them and pay only 10,000 points. Turkish Airlines does have, I think it's a $70 change fee, so you want to be relatively sure that you're going to go, although $70 is not the worst if your plans change. But I do like to just kind of have a flight in place, and then I would go on Seats.aero here, and I would create an alert. And then I would just say I need it to be on Star Alliance. And I actually, no, I don't want it to be on Star Alliance because that will show me all United availability. So I want to go here with Aeroplan or Virgin Australia. So I want to fly into all Hawaii airports. Throw in a specific date here. February, and ending here. In economy, I'll take business or first, although very difficult to find business or first availability within the United States. Sometimes you can get it on a red eye, but usually not very good. And I don't really care about that anyways because those seats are just wider. They don't have great leg room. I'm like 6'5", so it doesn't really matter to me. If I can find exit row, I'm generally going to be okay. I don't want a direct flight because there's not direct flights here. And I don't want to spend more than 30,000 miles because I don't want alerts that show me like these random flights and specific operating carrier to require. I want to fly United here. So I booked this flight on Delta, and then I just create the alert, and then I wait for the space to come available on United. Then when it comes available on United, I call Turkish Airlines, provided they've fixed their Honolulu problem. I get them to find the flights. If they can't find the flights, I call a second agent, and then they tell me, oh yeah, we have those seats, and it's going to be 10,000 points. Then I would go on Capital One Travel. I would click View Rewards here, and I will click Transfer Rewards, and you can see they're offering a deal to there. I'm going to transfer miles to Turkish through this system, enter my membership number, tell them I need to transfer 10,000 miles, and complete the transfer. That was a lot of information, but hopefully it gives you an idea that this is not a perfect science, and you just have to look around and find different ways that you can get great deals for the places that you want to go. Based on where you live, maybe a distance-based award chart is going to be good for you. Other times it's maybe a region-based award chart. If you live in Puerto Rico, or if you live in Hawaii, definitely you're going to want a region-based award chart. So many great deals out there to be had. Sometimes you can find them in a flash deal on Southwest or on Delta, but usually those are going to correspond to good cash deals as well. So you really want to use your miles when the cash price is high and the points price is low. Best of luck and happy traveling within the United States.